Hi, we are Group 5 and my name is Prazisian. Today we are going to talk about Module 1 Requirement Analysis. Okay, let's start. The first thing that I want to talk about is System Development Life Cycle, SDLC. What is SDLC? SDLC is a framework for describing the process involved in developing and maintaining information systems. It features several phases that mark the progress of the system analysis and design efforts, and it typically used when developing IT projects. SDLC is also a circular process with the end of the useful life leading to the start of another. At any given phase, the project can return to a previous phase when needed. Moreover, SDLC can be an iterative process too. Next one I'm going to talk about is the phases of the system development life cycle. We can see that SDLC got several phases here. The first phase of SDLC is identifying problems, opportunities, and objectives. This phase will identify the need for new or enhanced systems. The needs are identified, analyzed, prioritized, and arranged. This phase also determines the scope of the proposed system and develop the baseline project plans. The second phase of SDLC is determining information requirements. By using a variety of tools to understand how users interact in the work context with their current information system. The third phase of SDLC is analyzing system needs. System requirements are studied for user input and structure. This phase requires careful study of current system, manual, and computerized that might be replaced or be enhanced. The output is the question of the alternate solution requirement by the analysis team. The next phase of SDLC is designing the recommended system. Analysis converts the alternate solution into logical and physical specifications. Logical design is about the design process part that is independent of any specific hardware or software platform. And physical design is about the logical specification of the system. From logical design are transformed into technologies specific detail, which are programming or system construction can be accomplished. Choices of language, database, and platform are many times already decided by the organization or client. The fifth phase of SDLC is developing and documenting software. During this phase, the analysts work with users to develop effective documentation for software, including procedure manuals, online help, and website featuring frequently asked questions FAQs on readme file sheet with new software. Documentation will tell users how to use software and what to do if software problem occurs. The sixth phase of SDLC is testing and maintaining the system. Before the information system can be used, it must be tested to catch problems. This phase in which an information system is systematically repaired and improved. Organizations' needs may change over time, requiring changes to the system based on users' needs. The last phase of SDLC is implementing and evaluating the system. This phase occurs when the information system is coded, tested, installed, and supported in the organization. The new system will become part of the daily activity of the organization. Next, I will pass to my member Xiaoning to talk about the type of SDLC model. Thank you.
I'm cautioning. For me, I would like to talk about type of SDLC model. As we see, here has 4 types of SDLC model, which are predictive model, interactive model, incremental model, adaptive model, and hybrid models. Let's talk more detail about them. First, in predictive model, the scope of project can be clearly articulated and the schedule and cost can be predicted. In interactive model, the scope is determined early, but time and cost estimate are modified as the understanding of product increase. In incremental model, deliverables are produced through a series of iterations that add functionality within a set time frame. The deliverable is not complete until after the final iteration. For adaptive model, requirements cannot be clearly expressed, so software is developed and using a least structured, feasible approach. This approach works best when there is a high degree of change and a high frequency of delivery. And for the last, hybrid model, which is a combination of approach, is used based on the nature of the works. There are 2 important factors in deciding which life cycle to use, which is the degree of change in requirement and the frequency of delivery of useful result. We can see in the table for predictive model, the degree of change in requirement is high and the frequency of delivery of useful result is high also. For interactive model, the degree of change in requirement is high, but frequency of delivery of useful result is low. However, for incremental model, the degree of change in requirement is low, but the frequency of delivery of useful result is high. And the last one, adaptive model, is high in degree of change in requirement and the frequency of delivery of useful result. In the predictive lifecycle model, there are 4 types, which is waterfall model, spiral model, prototyping model, and RAD model. Waterfall model has a well-defined linear stage of system development and support. The waterfall model uses a logic progression of SDLC steps for a project, similar to the direction waterfalls. It sets distinct endpoints or goals for each phase of development. Those endpoints or goals cannot be revisited after their completion. Next is the spiral model. Show that software is developed using a spiral approach rather than a linear approach. Spiral model provides support of risk handling. In its diagrammatic representation, it looks like a spiral with many loops. The exact number of loops of the spiral is unknown and can vary from project to project. Each loop of the spiral is called a phase of the software development process. Here is the example of waterfall and spiral life cycle models. The prototyping model is used for developing prototypes to clarify user requirements. The prototyping model is a system development method in which a prototype is built, tested, and then rebuilt as necessary until an acceptable outcome is achieved, from which the complete system or product can be developed. And the last is RAD model, which is used to produce systems quickly without sacrificing quality. R&D model is a software development process based on the prototyping without any specified planning. In R&D model, there is less attention paid to planning and more priority is given to the development tasks. It targets at developing software in a short span of time. For adaptive model, which is also as known as agile approach, can be used for software development of in any environment in which the requirements are unknown or change quickly. Scrum is a type of agile methodology used in complex software or product development. Teams often meet every day for a short meeting to decide what accomplished that day. In addition, Scrum requires strong leadership to coordinate the work. In the end, it can improve overall quality of deliverables. That is all for me. Thank you.